YouTube, what's going on? It's JGTS here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here to look at the Carson Wentz trade from a positive perspective. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. Let's get straight into today's video. Now, let me explain myself on what I mean by I'm coming on here to look at the Carson Wentz trade in a positive perspective. So in today's video, I'm coming on here to talk about all of the positive things about this Carson Wentz trade and what could it ultimately mean for our Washington Commanders moving forward. And then probably tomorrow, no later than Monday, I'll have a video up talking about all the negative things about this Carson Wentz trade. So we're going to look at this thing from a positive perspective, and then no later than Monday, we will be looking at this video. I'll make a video where we'll be looking at this Carson Wentz trade from everything in the negative. Because at this current juncture, I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm still in the middle with this trade. I'm not happy that we traded for Carson Wentz. I'm not mad. I'm just here. I'm just in the middle. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's best I do a video where I talk about all the positives, and then I talk about all the negatives with this trade. Now, with that out the way, and we have the clarity, now let's get straight into this video. So, positive number one when it comes to Carson Wentz. He finally has a wide receiver one. Carson Wentz has never had a Terry McLaurin in his whole career. The best receiver he probably played with, maybe Alshon Jeffrey. But he was throwing to Greg Ward and what's that one guy's name? Jalen Reagor and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and just trying to make it work. If you want to say his best target overall, probably Zach Ertz. But if we're talking receivers only, nobody. He ain't never have a true number one. Last year, he had Michael Pittman, who I think is going to groom into a number one. Not having a quarterback is going to set him back, in my opinion. It's going to be his third year with a third different quarterback. So I don't know how that's going to affect Michael Pittman, but he definitely is a guy I could see morphing into a low-tier number one. I really like Mike Pittman, but that's probably his best receiver. More of the story, he never had a Terry McLaurin. Now he's going to have a Terry McLaurin that's going to be able to create separation. That's going to be a guaranteed catch, more likely than not. Going to be able to go up and grab it. You know Carson Wentz loves them deep balls. And you know how good Terry McLaurin is with contested catches and whatnot. So moral of the story, and reason number one why this is a positive trade, Carson Wentz ain't never had a true number one in Terry McLaurin. Number two, Carson Wentz was 20-5 when he has a clean pocket. 20 touchdowns and 5 interceptions when he had a clean pocket last year. Why is that so significant? Because while he's coming to statistically a better offensive line. Obviously, we know the Colts offensive line is amazing. They have probably one of the best run-blocking offensive lines in all of football. But overall, our offensive line pass blocks way better than them, and we're just an overall better offensive line. And that's saying much because we missed our starting center, Chase Roulier, and just like J.D. McKissick going down, it was unfortunate, but I'm glad to see that fans realized how much we missed these two guys in their absence. Much like J.D. McKissick, we really realized how important Chase Roulier was. It's a reason why he got that extension, and I felt like center overall as a position is very underrated, but I felt like we took his service for granted, and once he went down for the rest of the season, we then realized how much we need Chase Roulier. That's saying a lot because we had Brandon Sheriff in and out of the lineup this past season. He is more likely than not going to be gone. We're not going to re-sign him, so we're not going to have Brandon Sheriff next year. We're going to get a compensatory pick for him, more likely than not. You know, Wes Schweitzer, how good is he? He was able to play center and guard before he went down. Sam Cosmi, our star-studded right tackle, who was amazing for us, but he dealt with injuries too. Charles Leno is a guy that I think he's okay, worth the contract extension definitely, but he can get us by. Again, this offensive line is going to be better for Carson Wentz. Maybe it's not a better run run blocking offensive line, and that's clear, run blocking offensive line, but it's definitely a better pass blocking offensive line, and that's good for a quarterback like Carson Wentz, knowing he likes to sit back there and goes through all his progressions. Number 3 on my list of looking at this Carson Wentz trade from a positive perspective. Carson Wentz truly was never healthy last year. He was never healthy last year. You can look at this as a positive because you're like, okay, he was never healthy, but yeah, he didn't play great, but he didn't play bad, so I'm interested to see how he's going to look when he's completely healthy. So, if you guys remember at the start of the season, Carson Wentz and Quentin Nelson both were out for the start of the season. I want to say with some ankle injuries. I think Carson Wentz had 2 bad ankles. And then magically it reported as the season got closer that they were ready to play. And they did. And you can start to think, how did they go from going to be out at the start of the season to then playing? Something ain't adding up. Your body doesn't heal that fast. So it came out and said that and said that Carson Wentz was playing on 2 bum ankles for the majority of the season, if not all. So truly, Carson Wentz wasn't 100% healthy. So what is he going to look like 100% healthy with a better offensive line and more weapons? I don't know. You could take that as a positive. Moving on to the next thing. Now, this is a rumor, but this has to be brought up. So, apparently, Chris Ballard, their GM and head coach Frank Reich, did not want to move on from Carson Wentz. But the owner overrode that and decided to move on from him. And he's the owner of the team, so he has last say of what goes on. But rumors is saying that Carson Wentz was not supposed to be getting moved. Chris Ballard didn't want to move him and or Frank Reich. Another thing, why I believe that could be somewhat true, the players, look how much they're showing and how frustrated they are that he's playing. How much love they're showing, how frustrated they are that they traded him away. Darius Leonard said, "Oh man, this is my 5th year with the Colts, and this is my 5th starting quarterback. It's ridiculous. Good luck, Carson Wentz. You're a good guy, or you're a good teammate, and I wish you the best." Michael Pittman then came out and said his wishes and said he'll be great. He's a great teammate. So something ain't adding up. And now again, this could be a rumor, but I'm just saying, bro, the Colts may have made a mistake. Now, moving on to the next positive that at least I look at it as a positive. Carson Wentz is either going to be our franchise guy or he's going to put us in a position to get a franchise guy. So but we're basically running Carson Wentz for 1 year. This is Carson Wentz last year to prove that he is worthy enough of being a starter in this league. And we're basically renting him for 1 year. Yes, I know it's way expensive to be having a 1-year quarterback, but it is what it is at this point. It's done. Carson Wentz has the chance to either shut up all the critics and prove that he still can play the quarterback position at a very high level this year, or he is going to play poorly and continue to play bad, and his career is going to be over with when it comes to starting in this league, and he'll put us in a position where we're drafting top 5 next year, top 7. So either way it goes, it's a win-win for us because we either have a chance to get our franchise guy in Carson Wentz, and those picks that we gave up in that compensatory pick isn't going to mean anything, or we're going to be in a position to draft a top quarterback next year. And that and obviously it's being said that 23 class is way better than this one. So I think honestly there are some positives to take away from this Carson Wentz trade. It said that he went like 27 and let me see if I can find it here. He went like 27 and like let's see if I can find it here. Wentz, yeah, here it is right here. Wentz threw 27 touchdowns in a run-heavy offense where they had Jonathan Taylor who rushed for 1,800 yards. So let me take that for what it's worth. A tweet came out and said, if I'm Washington, I don't hedge my bet on drafting a quarterback high at all. Go in and surround Wentz with the best talent you can. And if he fails, take the L and pick from a better crop next year. Is that not what I just said? That's exactly what I just said. Carson Wentz is either going to be our guy, and those picks aren't going to mean anything, or Carson Wentz is going to be terrible, and we'll be in a position to where we have to draft the guy next year. In my eyes, it's a win-win. But we'll see. It's a lot more positives I could talk about with Carson Wentz in this trade, but we'll save it for another time. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below, and show the love on this video. Let's give this video some likes and subscriptions, and I will be bringing the negatives. I got a lot of negatives to say too, so that video should be fun to make. But as always, it's me and boy Juangotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. I'm out. Peace.